Hey, what's going on, peeps out there in Facebook world or Instagram, Snapchat, or whatever social media you're using? I was just thinking this morning, following on from another topic that I was talking about forgiveness, and let's sort of do this 12-step spiritual base work um, in a certain program. And there's a step there, number 4, and it's a step that really, really sorts the men out from the mice. It really gets down to the nitty gritty of just what you're about. And now I see the understanding of why so many people are hesitant in doing these 12 steps is because you have to understand what it's asking you to do. And basically, in a nutshell, it's basically getting you to surrender your ego. And there's no healthy ego, so let's get that right off the fucking bat. There's no such thing as a healthy ego. Any bit of ego is fucking toxic. There's a difference between ego and confidence and self-assuredness, and you know, being motivated and positive, and having a high vibration. That's totally different to ego. Self-centered, selfish, self-seeking, self-serving. See the big difference. And so this 12-step work busts that. It totally strips you of your ego. And this step 4, the moral inventory, it's probably one of the most rigorous things I've had to do. Hardest things I've had to do. Like, I've been to churches and I've been in their groups and stuff like that. And all respect to churches and what they do, because they have their place in society and they've done a lot of good socially, in this world, whether you'd like to admit it or not. You know, I know a lot of the 12-step spiritual-based programs wouldn't have a place to conduct their business if it wasn't for churches. So, that's just one example. Or you think about the soup kitchens and all that that are run for the homeless. So let's keep that in mind. Despite some may have previous judgments or opinions about churches, but nonetheless, they've done a lot of good. Not perfect, but they've done a lot of good. So anyway, this 4th step, I've never seen it in anything else other than this program. And what it does is, you have to write down a list of resentments you have. Now, I didn't think I had any resentments. And an old timer sort of said, well, look at it like this, Jesse. Write down every person you think owes you an apology. Whew, did I have some resentments? Yeah, so then you have to go through the 4 phases of this process. The next one is, why were you resentful? Like, so what did they do? And what part of you did it affect? And then there's the 4th column. And the 4th column, what's your part? And it's not really what's your partner. What it's asking you to do is, you've built a case against all these people. So you've stood on the prosecution side of things and you've developed a case against all these people over a long period of time. And we've all done it. And I'm guilty as charged. And we go over the story. And what tends to happen is that sometimes we sort of embellish on the story where it makes us look like the hero, and they are so villainous they can't be forgiven for anything. And what it's asking us to do is that it's like saying, okay, is it possible that you can flip the script and then look at these people as if they're unwell. And what they mean by unwell is spiritually unwell. And become a defense lawyer for these people that have wronged you. Totally disregarding everything they've done. Not easy. Not easy. See, what I found a lot in churches, when I went to churches, it was like, come to Christ, all's forgiven, that's it. And it's like, well, no. In the Lord's Prayer it says, you know, to be forgiven, we must forgive those who have trespassed against us. Meaning, totally let these people off the hook. It's a hard task. It's not easy. And so, over the years, I've been embarking on this, coming to a point where I'm going through that list, one by one, of being a defence lawyer for these people that I've built a resentment against, and becoming their defence lawyer, and totally disregarding what they've done. Because how you do that, and what I've learned, is this thing called rigorous honesty. And it's like, well, Jesse, if you were as unwell as that person, and if you had gone through what that person's gone through, and if you experienced the things that that person's experienced, is it possible that you could have done the same thing? And if I'm to be rigorously honest, yes, I would have. And I probably would have been a lot worse. And also what I've found in this process, and if I'm to be rigorously honest, is that some people were more tolerant and more forgiving than what I would have been if the situation had been reversed. So what I'm trying to say is, if you're going to change your life and you're going to get fair income about moving forward about things, is you have to get rigorously honest with yourself. Like, you're going to have to just know exactly what's entailed in getting that peace of mind and that new lease on life. It's not easy by any stretch of the imagination, and I'm still not perfect, and I'm still going through the process. And it's been like 2-3 years into it, and it's some things have been easy and some things haven't. So yeah, and then to confess all that stuff, you know, to yourself, and then to God, and then to another human being. This is my course. So anyway, I hope this helps someone. I know it's a bit long, but it's a pretty tough subject to cover, because we've been telling ourselves for a long time that we're right, and we always have to be right, and that we'd rather be right than happy. So just trying to shed a bit of light in people's world, let them know that they're not alone, let them know that, you know, there's people that are going through those struggles as well, and having victory, and you know, still grinding through some. So stay up and stay blessed.